Hello and welcome to our class on Excel shortcuts. This is an extension of the class that we already started, which talked about the general shortcuts that are used in computers for Microsoft Excel. In this particular session, we are going to talk about keyboard shortcuts that are related to columns and rows. So keyboard shortcuts that are related to columns and rows here. So I'm going to extend, or let's say create a new worksheet. I'll delete this permanently. And I will just list down the column and rows, shortcuts that we intend to look at. I will make it bigger for visibility. I'll merge and center as well. Before that, I will select this region and I will merge and center. Now, the first shortcut that I want us to look at will be Control plus 9. Control plus 9, that is CTRL plus 9. When talk about Control plus 9, that particular keyboard shortcut hides a row. So that one hides a row. For instance, if I select this and I want to hide it, I'll use CTRL and 9. So that one is hidden. CTRL and 9 hides a row. CTRL and 9. So if you want to unhide a row, we'll now be looking at our second formula, which is Shift plus CTRL plus 9. So Shift plus CTRL plus 9. That one unhides a row. Remember, this a row that is hidden somewhere here. If you want to unhide it, you hold down Shift, CTRL, and 9 together, and you'll see that our hidden row will be somewhere here. Let me find it. Shift, CTRL, and 9. You select the entire worksheet, and whatever is hidden will just come back. So if I do Control Z, so that it goes back to where the row was hidden. Remember, the row is hidden. You want to unhide any row that is hidden. Select everything, or you can use Control A. Then Shift, CTRL, and 9. If you hold down Shift, CTRL, and 9, then it means whichever was hidden will now be coming back. What if you want to hide a column? To hide a column, it is Control and 0. So if you do Control and 0, it means you'll be hiding a column. So assuming I have this column, the one that I've selected there, I want to hide it, I'll use Control and 0. It is hidden. Or to view it better, I'll do Control Z to just undo. Assuming that I am on column G and I've written here pension. And I want to hide this particular column G so that pension can disappear, I'll use Control and 0. Now you can see that that particular column has disappeared. Between F and H, we are supposed to have G, which is missing. And how do you unhide that? Of course, select your entire worksheet. Then for you to be able to unhide a hidden column, we are going now to bring in Shift. We use Shift, and we also use Control, and we also use now the other 0 as well. So you can see, to unhide a hidden column, we use this. So I want to select everything so that anything that is hidden on that particular worksheet can be unhidden. So that means I'll be using Shift, Control together, then 0, so that whatever was hidden can be unhidden. So Shift, I'll be holding down on Shift, Control, and 0. That one is not, it seems like it's not working. Let me That one brings it back. But if I click here, Shift, Control and 0, not yet. Shift, Control and 0, that one is not working. So either way, one can also be able to just click here. Between F and G is where, F and H is where your column went. So you can right click and just unhide. You can right click and just unhide. You'll have your pension back. So our pension is back. The Shift, Control and O or and 0 should work. Shift, Control and 0 should work. So let us hide it the long way. Shift, Control and that one. So okay, so let me select everything. This one is back. I'll hide it. No, it's supposed to be pension, be hidden. Still, more of them are hidden here. So I'll hide another one. I'll also hide another one. So between from F to M, there are so many cells that have been hidden. So if I want them back, of course, Shift and Control, and they can all be able to come back. So if you want to unhide, you can right click and unhide. You can right click and also unhide whatever is hidden. So they all come back there. We want to move to another particular formula, that is highlighting a row. How do you highlight a row? That is Shift and spacebar. So we also have Shift plus spacebar, Shift plus spacebar if you want to highlight a row. Assuming that I want to highlight this row without clicking here, I just want to highlight this row, it will be Shift and spacebar. You can see Shift and spacebar. If you want this, it will be Shift and spacebar. If you want row 15, it will be Shift and spacebar. So the entire row will be highlighted. What if you want to highlight the entire column? That is Shift plus, not Shift, but Control plus spacebar. Control plus spacebar. So if we want to highlight any particular column, it will be Control plus spacebar. You can see that if you want column O, it will be Control plus spacebar. If you want column A, it will be Control plus spacebar. Control plus spacebar. Remember, column A is from this cell to the last one. All those cells were merged together. So if you want column I, it will be Control plus spacebar. Column L, Control plus spacebar. What if you want to insert a blank cell? You want to insert a blank cell somewhere. Now to insert a blank cell, we are going to use Shift, then together with Control, then again together with the plus sign. So we are going to look at the plus sign and see how do you insert a blank cell. Assuming that I want to insert a blank cell somewhere here, like here, so it will be Shift, Control, and I go for the plus sign. That one is supposed to insert a blank cell somewhere on your worksheet. So Shift, Control, and a plus sign inserts a blank cell. What if you want to delete selected cell? If you want to delete selected cell, it will be Control together with Alt, then again not Alt but Control and the minus sign. Control and the minus sign. So Control and the minus sign is to help you to delete selected cell. So assuming you want to delete this, it will be Control and the minus sign. And you can see Control and the minus sign, they are telling you, do you want to delete? You can delete the cell, you can delete the entire row, the entire column. So what do you want to delete? I want to delete the shift cells up or cells down. You can just delete that particular cell if you want. So Control and the minus sign gives you an opportunity to delete whatever you want. The next very, very important formula that I want us to talk about after columns and row shortcuts is that we want to work with worksheets. there are formulas that specifically will be helping you to work with worksheets. So worksheet formulas, more specifically, is worksheet formulas or shortcuts. Worksheet shortcuts. So worksheet shortcuts, I'll grow it so that it can be bigger. Worksheet shortcuts. Now, worksheet shortcuts are unique or specific shortcuts that will be helping you to work with your worksheet. For instance, if you want to insert a new worksheet, we know very well that if you want to insert a new worksheet on this workbook, you will click on this plus, and plus. That is inserting a new worksheet. So allow me to delete. And again, I'll delete all these worksheets so that we remain with this. Now, worksheet shortcuts. What if you want to insert a new worksheet without using the other way? So inserting a new worksheet, you'll be using Shift plus F11, of course. We are going to see where the F11 is. So if you do Shift and F11, you'll be inserting a new worksheet. Remember, we have this, and we have this worksheet. How do you insert a new worksheet so that you have now another one here? It is Shift and 11. So I'll try Shift and 11, and you can see you have a new worksheet 7 here. Shift and 11. Again, you have a new worksheet that keeps being created here. So that is how you insert a new worksheet. So I'll delete them. And again, I'll delete them. And that's how you insert a new worksheet. Again, I'll insert a new worksheet, Shift and F11. So Shift and F11. Shift and F11. You can see I have up to 12 in that particular order. Shift and F11. If you are to delete any, of course, it can happen. Now, I want to introduce another one, which is to go to the next worksheet. How do you go to the next worksheet? To go to the next worksheet, it will be Control key, that is CTRL, Control key, that will be with page down. Of course, page down. Page down is something that you'll see on your keyboard. On the far end, you'll be able to see page down. Page down, Shift and page down takes you to the new to the next worksheet. So assuming that I am on worksheet 1, Excel formulas, and I want to move to Excel shortcuts or to sheet 13 or 12 or 11, instead of clicking this way, you can just use Shift, where is it, and page down. Let us see how. Now Shift and page down, Shift and page down, Shift, page down, Shift and page down. Of course, that one takes you to, that one moves you down, but to make that happen, it's supposed to be Shift and not Control. It's supposed to be Control and not Shift, Control and not Shift. So if you are on the first one and you want to go to the next worksheet, it is Control and page down. So it moves the next worksheet. Control and page down, you are on 13. Control and page down, you are on 12. Control and page down, you are on 11. Control and page down, you are on 10, 11, 9. You can see you are already on 13. So I delete this. I don't need these others. I do not need these others. This one I'll also delete. Even the 13th one I'll be able to delete. There is another shortcut, which is to go to the previous worksheet. How do you go to the previous worksheet? It is the same thing. So I can, and page up, and page up, and page up. That one takes you to the previous worksheet. So this one takes you to the next worksheet, but this one takes you to the previous worksheet. So let us move backward. It's Control and page up. You can see Control and page up. If you try Control and page down, it takes you to the next worksheet. But Control and page up, it takes you to the previous worksheet. So those two particular keyboard shortcuts are very, very important, as you can see there. What if you want to rename the current worksheet? So renaming the current worksheet requires that you use Alt requires that you use Alt. So I'll be typing it there. Then Alt together with some, of course, O. Then of course again that one will go with some H and also with some R. So let us see, what if I want to rename this worksheet? So it will be Alt, O, H and R. That one is not working there. So plus H plus R. Let us see, how do you rename a worksheet? Alt and O and H and R. Again, that one is not working. So I'll eliminate it and move to another worksheet, another shortcut. What if you want to move to the end of your rows? That will be CTRL plus the right arrow key, right arrow key, right arrow key, right arrow key. So if you do CTRL plus right arrow key, it moves you to the last column. The last column is XFD in Excel. So CTRL and left arrow key, of course, moves you to the other part. So I can copy this. Of course, you also have with this. This one now will be with left arrow key. So I'll change this to be left arrow key. So they do the opposite. If you want to move to the last column, it is Control and right arrow key. So Control and right arrow key. So if you want to move back, it is Control and left arrow key. So it takes you back to column A. But Control and right arrow key takes you to column XFD. So Control and left arrow key. What if you want to move to the last row number? If you want to move to the last row number, you'll be using Control plus a down arrow key. Of course, if you want to do the other aspect, if you want to move the opposite of that, it is Control plus up arrow key. This Control plus up arrow key. Let us try that. Control down arrow key. It takes you to the last row. Control plus down arrow key. Control plus up arrow key. That one takes you back to now what we see there. So Control plus arrow keys. It takes you to the last column. It also takes you to the last row that you want to use. So you can see those are a few of the Excel shortcuts that I wanted us to look at in this particular lesson. So practice more. There are so many Excel formulas. I hope you will be able to explore more, and you'll find them very useful as you work with Microsoft Excel. Bye for now, and see you in our next lesson.